Happy Sunday, everyone from Illinois, USA. It's 8 a.m. in the morning, and based on my previous post, I'm supposed to have a business owner, a guest from Dubai. Well, that's the thing with this business since it's global. We usually have this time zone confusion at times, and since it's technology, well, we sometimes have technology issues, and nothing's perfect in different areas wherever it can be. So, for those supporters of Jay and Myral business page, I would like to thank you so much. We've just reached 3,000 followers, and I would like to thank each one of you that you chose to follow our page and look at our posts, watch our replays, register on our live webinars, and everything that you did for us. Thank you so much. Now, since I don't have the guest here, although if she pops in later, I would be able to start this, but this will be only 10 to 15 minutes. And since it's a Sunday, I would like to share something that may be valuable or useful to you, not business wise, but at least probably personally. I just want to share what we have this Sunday as a waiver or a disclaimer. I would say that I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a counselor, nothing of that sort at all. I'm a physical therapist, doctor of physical therapy, so this is not my field, but I just want to share what we had in our church yesterday. It was about anger, and I know that all of us, in some point of our time, probably most of us have struggled with anger. So this is what I have. So it says in James 1:19, it says, "My dear brothers and sisters, take note of this. Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry." And I am guilty of this very much. I've struggled since I was young. I grew up in an angry home, I think. Yeah, there was a lot of yelling, a lot of screaming. And without me knowing it, I started having that. I was able to, like, um, without me knowing, I was also doing it to my family and my kids. So I almost broke a relationship with my eldest because of my anger. I am just grateful that she's a better person than me. She's gracious and I would say merciful. She is easy to forgive, unlike me. Anyway, it's not about me. I'm just gonna share what we have. So, our takeaway during that service was that our first action when we are angry is to use our ears, and it's very hard when you are in that emotion, because listening creates an environment of peace. It also Listening also provides space to center yourself so that you will not be too biased about yourself, about how you feel, what wrong the other person has done for you, and it would create a listening environment. And it's something that we also want to ask because growing up, going back to my experience, I was always an introvert, so I didn't have problems with staying at home despite that problems or issues. But my brothers and sister, they didn't really want to come home because it was always chaotic, always screaming and fighting. And it's always about anger, like everyone, every little thing, it always goes straight to anger or being an angry moment and can be violent at some times. So it says that slow to speak, in that verse, probably nowadays would probably say slow to post. Yeah, I can be guilty with that about that sometimes. And anger is about mostly about ourselves. So we would sometimes say that, well, what can I do? It's That's who I am. I grew up to be an angry person, but it shouldn't be like that. Especially if you really wanna change for your family to restore relationships, you have to think, if you're willing to change, you can. But again, it's only through Jesus, because that's what I've learned in the hard way. I can never do it alone. And it says number two is bridle your emotion, stay on point, which means that if the problem was, for example, about not washing the dishes, then it would not be about how you're always lazy, you never do this. Attack the problem, not the person. Control your volume and tone, which is hard to do as well. Start with questions. Like you can also ask, like, why, or if it's someone who's angry at you, you can always like ask why, and because we can never assume the intention of any person. Think the best of anything and of what the person is doing. So it says Jesus was not angry because he was offended, but only when God was offended. His anger was productive, beneficial, and efficient. And if we're not able to let go, it's always at resentment. So I never to you not to use never or always. Yeah, I have so much tendency to do that in the past and still am sometimes. And it says that if we attack the problem, not the person, we'll always be more loving in addressing the person while solving the problems. So believe in the best, um, and that you have to remember that anger can be a stronghold of the enemy, and it will keep you from becoming the person that God created you to be. When you have more self control, you will have a more peaceful home, this peaceful mind. And again, it's always through Jesus. For me, it was I was angry with everyone, I guess. But then it was always thinking that Jesus had forgiven me for all the things I've done. And who am I not to forgive the person I've done wrong? And I don't want to minimize what you're experiencing right now. I just want to say it in behalf of why experience. And yeah, it's different from each other, but nothing's impossible really with God. It takes time, but I would say that for me, I have more peace, more joy, and more love. And I was able to forgive my parents, forgive the people that have wronged me in the past, and it's another story. So, anyway, happy and blessed Sunday to everyone. Life is too short to be in an angry moment or an angry time. Don't let anger be the master of yourself. um, just look at it as it's not about winning an argument, and it's about fostering a peaceful environment. Then remember that the person you're talking to is someone that you care about or you love. Or if it's in the workplace, it's about um, just having a peaceful environment at work, because that's where you stay 8 hours a day. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to bring my business owner, the business owner from Dubai next time, just like I was able to bring back the business owner from Vietnam a month later. It's because of the time zone. So enjoy your Sunday, and I hope you think about what I've shared for you today about the anger. All right. Bye.